Welcome back, pocket change coins, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Today, we've got an exciting topic for you, something that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 1964 5-cent nickel from the United States. It might seem like just another regular nickel, but trust me, this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. If you've ever wondered about the value of your old nickels, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at what this little 5-cent piece could fetch. Let's take a trip back in time to 1964. The United States was in the midst of a transformative era, with social and political changes making headlines. It was a year full of significant events, from the Civil Rights Act being passed to the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. 1964 also saw the introduction of a unique series of coins, and the 5-cent nickel from that year was no exception. With a rich history behind it, the 1964 nickel became an iconic piece in the world of American numismatics. The design of the 1964 nickel is part of the classic Jefferson nickel series, which has been in circulation since 1938. On the obverse, we see a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, created by renowned artist Felix Schlag. Jefferson's likeness has graced the front of the nickel for decades, making it one of the most enduring designs in U.S. coinage. On the reverse side, we find an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, a symbol of American history and a representation of the ideals of liberty and democracy. But here's where things get interesting. While the 1964 nickel was minted in large quantities, there's something special about the coins that were produced that year, especially when it comes to their condition and some rare variations. The key factor that makes the 1964 5-cent nickel a potentially valuable coin is its condition and the possibility of unique minting errors. As with any collectible coin, the condition is everything. Most nickels from 1964 have been circulated extensively over the years, and those that are heavily worn or damaged are worth only a few cents. However, a well-preserved 1964 nickel, especially one that is in mint state, can fetch a higher price. If you happen to have a 1964 nickel in excellent condition, uncirculated and free from scratches or damage, you've got a coin that might just be worth more than face value. These high-quality specimens are rare because they've been protected from the wear and tear that comes with everyday use. The value of these well-preserved nickels can be significantly higher, and collectors will pay a premium for such coins. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, leading to flaws that make the coin unique. These errors can include things like off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks, imperfections that are highly valued by collectors. A 1964 nickel with a minting error can be worth exponentially more than a regular, well-preserved coin. For instance, a 1964 nickel with a double die or a misaligned die could attract collectors from all over the world, driving up its value. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1964 nickel is the so-called FS 901 double die variety. This particular error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice in slightly different positions, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the text or images. The 1964 nickel with this error is extremely rare, and if you happen to have one in your collection, you might want to take a second look because it could be worth a pretty penny. Minting errors like this are incredibly valuable because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that can't be found anywhere else. If you're lucky enough to find one, it could dramatically increase the value of your coin. Another factor that plays into the value of the 1964 nickel is its mint mark. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced. For the 1964 nickel, there are two main mint marks to look for: the D mint mark, which signifies the Denver Mint, and the P mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint. While the D mint mark is the most common, the P mint mark is rarer and can sometimes increase the value of the coin. If you have a 1964 nickel with the P mint mark in excellent condition or with a minting error, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. Now, you might be wondering just how much these 1964 nickels can be worth. As mentioned earlier, most 1964 nickels are worth just 5 cents, but if you have one in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, the value skyrockets. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been well preserved or have unique features. A 1964 nickel in mint state can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on its condition. However, if you happen to have one of those rare double die varieties or other minting errors, the value could be much higher. And now, the big reveal, the moment you've been waiting for. If you've got a 1964 5-cent nickel in exceptional condition, or if it features a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a coin worth a staggering $31,000, that's right, $31,000 for a single nickel. It's hard to believe, but rare and unique coins like these can bring in incredible amounts of money at auctions and through private sales. So, the next time you dig through your change or coin collection, take a moment to check your 1964 nickels. If you've got one that's in great condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be holding onto a hidden treasure. To wrap things up, the 1964 5-cent nickel might seem like just another coin, but it's much more than that for collectors. Whether it's a pristine, uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, this coin holds significant value. So, make sure you're checking your coins carefully because you never know when you might find that one rare piece that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we have something truly exciting for you. It's time to take a closer look at a coin that may be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket right now, just waiting to be discovered. Yes, we're talking about the 1975 5-cent nickel from the United States. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a nickel, how valuable can it be? Well, you might be surprised to learn that this small coin holds some big value in the world of numismatics. Stick around until the end to find out just how much this 1975 nickel could be worth, and you might find that you've got a hidden treasure. Let's travel back in time to 1975. The world was undergoing significant change. In the United States, the country was still recovering from the Vietnam War and dealing with the aftermath of Watergate. On the other side of things, the country was experiencing a cultural revolution, from new music trends to innovations in technology. And in the world of coinage, the U.S. Mint was still producing coins that would go on to become highly sought after by collectors. The 1975 5-cent nickel was part of the era's coin series and is one that has caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike. The design of the 1975 nickel remains familiar to those who know the Jefferson nickel series, which has been in circulation since 1938. On the obverse side of the coin, we find a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. This iconic image was created by artist Felix Schlag and has been a staple on the nickel ever since. It's a design that resonates with American history, representing the ideals of democracy, liberty, and freedom. On the reverse side, we find an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which serves as a lasting symbol of American heritage. Monticello represents the country's early ideals of independence and progress. The reverse side of the coin is simple yet profound, capturing the essence of what Jefferson stood for, and it continues to be a reminder of the country's foundations. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds pretty standard. What makes the 1975 nickel so special? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and some potential minting errors that make this coin a hidden gem for collectors. While most 1975 nickels were produced in large numbers, only a small percentage remain in excellent condition. Coins that have been circulating for decades can show signs of wear, scratches, or other damage, which significantly reduces their value. However, if you happen to own a 1975 nickel in mint or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth a considerable amount. The value of any coin is determined by several factors, with the condition being one of the most important. Uncirculated 1975 nickels, meaning coins that have not been used in daily transactions and are free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, are much more valuable than their circulated counterparts. These coins are rarer to find because they've been preserved over time, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. The better the condition, the higher the value, but it doesn't stop there. A key reason why the 1975 nickel is gaining attention is because of the potential for minting errors. Minting errors occur during the production of coins when something goes wrong in the process, resulting in a coin that has a unique and often valuable flaw. These errors could include things like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or even incorrect metal compositions. If you happen to have a 1975 nickel that features a minting error, it could be worth far more than a standard coin. One of the most sought-after varieties for the 1975 nickel is the D mint mark variety. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and for the 1975 nickel, D mint mark means it was minted at the Denver Mint. Coins with the D mint mark tend to be a little more valuable than their P mint mark counterparts from Philadelphia, simply due to the lower production numbers of certain coins at the Denver Mint. The minting process at different locations can sometimes yield slight differences in the coins, and these small variations can make the coin more desirable to collectors. Furthermore, certain errors associated with the 1975 nickel are incredibly rare and can drive the value through the roof. For example, a 1975 nickel that has been misstruck with a double die, a process in which the design is struck twice, resulting in doubling of the letters or numbers, can be worth far more than a regular nickel. These double die errors are highly collectible and highly sought after because they make the coin unique and one of a kind. You might also come across nickels that feature other types of minting flaws, such as off-center strikes or incorrect planchet compositions. These flaws can make a coin incredibly rare, and in some cases, can increase the coin's value exponentially. While these types of errors are difficult to find, they are what coin collectors dream of discovering. Now, you're probably wondering, how much is this 1975 nickel actually worth? As mentioned earlier, most 1975 nickels are worth their face value of just 5 cents. However, if you have one in excellent condition, say, a coin that is in uncirculated or mint state, the value could range from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand in the market. But what about the rare 1975 nickels with minting errors or special features? Well, if you're lucky enough to have a 1975 nickel with a rare double die, off-center strike, or any other unique minting flaw, your coin could be worth a lot more. Some collectors have been known to pay tens of thousands of dollars for these rare finds, and in the case of particularly well-preserved or error-filled coins, the price can skyrocket. And now, here it is, the big reveal. If you happen to have a 1975 5-cent nickel in uncirculated condition, or, even better, one with a rare minting error or a unique characteristic, you could be sitting on a coin worth a whopping $34,000, that's right, $34,000 for a single nickel. It's incredible to think that something as simple as a 5-cent coin from 1975 could have such an enormous value. So, the next time you go through your change, remember to take a closer look at those nickels. You never know, your next find could be worth a small fortune. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the 1975 5-cent nickel. If you have one of these coins, or if you're just starting to collect, make sure to keep an eye out for those rare finds. And as always, today, we're going to talk about an often overlooked coin that could be worth a lot more than its face value. Yes, we're talking about the 1965 5-cent nickel from the United States. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a nickel from 1965? After all, it's just a 5-cent coin, right? Well, you're about to find out that this little coin has a fascinating story to tell and could be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. So, stick around because the potential value of this coin might just blow your mind. Let's start by taking a quick trip back in time to 1965. The United States was in a period of change, both politically and culturally. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, the space race was reaching new heights, and pop culture was rapidly evolving. And while all this was happening, the U.S. Mint was busy at work producing coins that would later become highly prized by collectors. Among those coins was the 1965 5-cent nickel, which has since gained attention for a number of reasons. On the obverse of the 1965 nickel, you'll find the well-known portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. This design, created by artist Felix Schlag, has been in use since 1938 and remains one of the most iconic representations of American history. Jefferson, a founding father, played a critical role in shaping the early days of the United States. His image on the nickel serves as a tribute to his contributions and legacy. Flip the coin over, and on the reverse, you'll see a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello. This image has also been part of the nickel design since its introduction. Monticello, located in Virginia, was Jefferson's plantation home, and its image on the coin symbolizes the country's early roots and the ideals of freedom and independence that Jefferson championed. The simplicity of the design is elegant, yet it carries deep historical significance. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what makes the 1965 nickel worth so much? Well, the answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the potential for minting errors. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the rarity of the 1965 nickel. Although millions of these coins were produced by the U.S. Mint, a relatively small number of them have survived in excellent condition. Most of the coins that were circulated in daily transactions have been worn down by time and use. As a result, finding a 1965 nickel in mint or uncirculated condition is a rare and valuable discovery. The value of a coin increases dramatically based on its condition. A nickel that has been carefully preserved, free from wear and tear, can fetch much higher prices compared to one that has been used and damaged, but it doesn't stop there. One of the most important factors that adds to the value of the 1965 nickel is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are unique flaws that occur during the production of a coin, and they can make a coin much more valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die strikes, off-center strikes, and incorrect planchets. These errors are extremely rare, and when they're found on coins like the 1965 nickel, they can send their value skyrocketing. For instance, one of the most valuable 1965 nickels is the rare, double die variety. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing a slight misalignment in the design. This results in a doubled appearance of the images on the coin, such as the date or letters. A 1965 nickel with a double die error can be worth thousands of dollars, making it an incredibly desirable find for collectors. Another possible error on the 1965 nickel is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off. Off-center strikes are considered a mistake by the U.S. Mint, but to collectors, they are highly coveted because they are rare and unique. And then, there's the possibility of finding a coin that was struck with the wrong metal composition. During the 1960s, the U.S. Mint was transitioning the composition of its coins, and there were occasional errors where coins were struck with the wrong metal mix. A 1965 nickel that was mistakenly struck using a different metal than intended could be worth a considerable amount to the right collector. These types of errors are rare, and when they're discovered, they can increase the coin's value exponentially. So, you may be wondering, what's the value of a typical 1965 nickel in good condition? Well, if your 1965 nickel is in uncirculated or near mint condition, its value could be in the range of a few dollars to a couple $100s. But the real value comes when you have a rare error coin, something with a minting flaw or a unique characteristic. In these cases, the price of the coin can soar to incredible amounts. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much can a 1965 nickel actually be worth? If you happen to have one of these rare, high-quality 1965 nickels, especially one with a minting error like a double die or off-center strike, your coin could be worth a staggering $37,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $37,000. For a single nickel. It's incredible how much value can be hidden in something as small and seemingly insignificant as a 5-cent coin. If you find a 1965 nickel in your collection, take a closer look at its condition and examine it for any potential minting errors. You might just have a small fortune in your hands. So, the next time you find a 1965 nickel in your change or in an old coin jar, make sure to check it carefully. Whether it's the rarity, the condition, or a potential minting error, you might be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. Don't let these opportunities slip through your fingers. There's a whole world of rare and valuable coins out there, and today, the 1965 nickel is one of the shining stars. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1965 5-cent nickel and learned a bit about its fascinating history and potential value. If you have one of these coins or just love learning about rare and valuable currency, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting new discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!